favourite little niece, Ashley. Meghan also sees she got no advice on royal protocol, forcing her to learn how to be a princess all on her own.
Joining this family, I knew that if there was a protocol for how things were done, there's no class in some person who goes sit like this.
Today, we have some explosive details that are bound to get your attention. You won't believe what Meghan Markle allegedly demanded from Netflix in her leaked list of demands. According to former staff members, this list is a game changer. And guess what? Prince Harry, yes, Harry is said to be blindsided by the whole thing. You've got to stick around for this.
Meghan Markle's situation has been getting out of control, not just over at Netflix, but also at other studios ever since she posted that viral video, that pregnancy video.
She spreads her legs, she hikes her dress.
Let's start from the beginning. We all know that Meghan Markle has always been a little, well, let's just say particular about how things should be done, right? But the latest news coming from her former staff is on a whole new level. This is not just about creative control, it's about full-on brand domination. According to insiders, Meghan sent a list of demands to Netflix that completely shocked even the most seasoned Hollywood professionals. And it wasn't just a casual request for some creative input. Oh no, she allegedly wanted control over everything. We're talking trailers, promotional strategies, filming angles, and even deciding who could appear on camera. Imagine that Netflix having to run every single press decision through Meghan's team first.
Show her wearing pretty much every colour in the rainbow. The show opens with the claim that the royal family declined to comment on the series. That's another lie. Palace says it received one email from an unknown company and attempts to verify it.
Let's break it down. This leaked list wasn't a simple list of suggestions. It was a command list, a full set of demands that Netflix would have to comply with if they wanted her to continue with the partnership she allegedly wanted to protect, the Archewell image at all costs. But here's the kicker. It wasn't just a one-off document. It was a series of emails, back-and-forth conversations, all outlining exactly how Netflix needed to behave. Can you believe that? This isn't some random Hollywood diva behavior. This is an attempt to manipulate an entire media empire for personal gain. And it didn't stop there. One of her demands reportedly included having final say on the content that would be allowed to cover the project. And according to some reports, Netflix executives were floored by the overreach.
Give your head. This gruesome twosome only survived by cashing in on what's left of their royal status now. I said it before, I'll say it again tonight. King Charles should strip them of all their remaining titles and cast them out from any connection to the royal family. How could any of them trust them, as far as I could throw them? Because without it, they're just whining millennial windbags.
And while it looked like Meghan's demands might have been a minor speed bump in the partnership, insiders are now saying it's way worse than that. This isn't just a matter of creative disagreements. According to reports, the situation inside Netflix has become a full-blown power struggle. Netflix was originally thrilled about the deal with Harry and Meghan, viewing it as a historic collaboration. But with every demand that keeps coming from Meghan's camp, the execs are starting to reconsider everything. One source even said, "We don't bow to anyone. We're a content platform, not a palace." And just like that, Netflix, once eager to work with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, is reportedly having second thoughts.
Before we even get to the main event,
When the stakes are this high, doesn't it make more sense to hear our story from us?
oh, shut up. What do you mean the stakes are this high? Who do you think you are? Other than a latte-munching imbecile.
We already know that Meghan Markle is desperately clinging to whatever opportunity arises to stay in the limelight, to stay in the spotlight as, of course, a so-called actress. That's basically what she's trying to do.
But here's the real twist. Harry, reportedly, had no idea this was happening. He was blindsided by Meghan's behind-the-scenes actions. Insiders close to Harry claimed that he had no clue that Meghan had already set these demands in stone with Netflix. It was a complete shock to him, and apparently he found out the same way the rest of us did, through the media headlines. You've got to imagine how awkward this situation must be for Harry. The moment those headlines hit, he was apparently scrambling to fix the damage, trying to control the fallout behind the scenes. Imagine being in his shoes. Your wife goes rogue, and suddenly, your entire public image is on the line.
If you excuse the massive book deals, the Silicon Valley startups, the preaching videos about well-being, the podcasts, the speeches, and the major network interviews with everyone from Oprah Winfrey to James Corden. But they've barely been seen or heard at all, have they? Well, on Thursday, they'll quietly and apologetically release their $100 million.
As ever, her new company, the very first thing she said was, look, you know, when I had the TIG, which was her previous lifestyle website, you know, I loved cooking and I loved gardening and being a hostess. And that she basically said I had to keep my light under a bushel at this time because of the royal family. Then we get her show, her Netflix show.
And the drama doesn't stop with Netflix. Meghan has reportedly tried to implement a royal-style approval system at Netflix, where she had the final say on almost every decision, from episode titles to promotional images. It was as if she wanted to control not just the narrative of her show, but the entire platform's media output. Now, insiders are saying that this is typical Hollywood royalty syndrome. Meghan's demands were reportedly so intense that seasoned producers felt uncomfortable working with her. People inside her team were allegedly expected to work 24/7 managing her brand's reputation, even if that meant compromising on creative integrity. And let's not forget the rumors about the bizarre rules she allegedly imposed. No eye contact during filming days, pre-approving background music, and controlling how the entire show was marketed. This level of micromanagement has shocked even the most seasoned people in Hollywood. If you ask me, it feels more like a power play than a collaboration.
And they'll believe it. They'll believe the smears about Britain and our monarchy, that we're a bunch of bigoted and hateful people. They even blamed Brexit for the racism, which apparently was aimed at Meghan Markle, which is just completely absurd. But by far the most sickening part of this show for me was the constant use of Harry's...
Once they did, I remember being told there was a huge headline like, "We found him," or "We've got him." You're talking about someone's father. And from that point, the tabloids, they moved into the apartment next door and across from him.
What's even more troubling is how this might affect Meghan and Harry's brand long-term. The public's perception of them has already taken a hit. Social media has been brutal. Memes, mockery, and exposures are flooding the internet, with people saying that Meghan is more focused on controlling everything than actually making meaningful content. There's also growing concern inside the Archewell camp. Several key staffers have left, and sources say the morale among the team was at an all-time low. Reports claim that at least 4 to 6 staffers have exited recently, citing the tense, controlling environment that Meghan allegedly fostered. The real question now is Archewell even sustainable anymore?
It's a real delight in being able to be a present parent. And it's a luxury sometimes because we all have to work. We all have a lot of stuff to do. But when you can take a minute to just...
Saturday morning.
Hours of this Netflix series paint a very different, far uglier picture of this country and our royal family.
Hello all. Sorry we're late. Our flight was delayed.
It was mint, though. Tell them we were in mint.
They gave you a mint. How lovely. I have some gum in my purse if you'd like.
Oh, we were in mint. It's like their business class. It's really nice. And
Meghan, I'm begging you to stop.
And it's not just about the content, it's the fallout. Netflix execs are starting to speak out quietly, with some even suggesting that the drama and delays are causing irreparable damage to their entire operation. Some reports even suggest that Netflix is considering pulling the plug on the entire deal. If they decide to do that, it could be a huge blow to Meghan and Harry's entire public identity. The public perception of them as a power couple trying to break free of royal constraints has now morphed into a cautionary tale. And even the Hollywood elite are now distancing themselves from the duo, with high-profile producers reportedly backing away from potential collaborations.
About an hour-long cab ride, never seen as grandchildren. This show is packed with a kind of spurious claims and hypocrisy that have become the Sussex signature. We learned they began making videos about their heroic journey 6 months before their Netflix deal was even announced, and right at the start of a pandemic that was...
If Netflix really does back out, it could signal the beginning of the end for their media empire. The public fallout might just be too much for them to recover from, and if their Netflix deal falls apart, other companies might follow suit. It's a ticking time bomb for Archewell. Meghan and Harry are reportedly reconsidering their media strategy, but some insiders claim they are nowhere near on the same page. Harry wants to focus on humanitarian work while Meghan is still desperately clinging to her Hollywood dreams. This divide could be the next big fracture in their partnership.
How hard I tried, no matter how good I was, no matter what I did, they were still going to find a way.
Wanting to exploit their royal titles, I think it stinks. And I think what King Charles should do, he should just strip them of the titles.
So, what's next for Meghan and Harry? Will Netflix pull the plug on their $100 million deal? Can they salvage their brand and keep Hollywood interested? As this situation continues to develop, it's clear that Meghan's aggressive approach to controlling every aspect of her Netflix project is causing major cracks in their empire. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Do you think Meghan's demands were justified? Or has she crossed the line? And what about Harry? Do you think he'll be able to repair the damage? Make sure to like and subscribe for more updates on this explosive story, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any of the latest news. Thanks for watching. While Meghan may still have her loyal supporters, public opinion is starting to shift. The leaked list of demands, the Hollywood drama, and the growing frustration from those close to them are all contributing to a negative narrative. Meghan's image is now seen by many as a battle for control and power, and people are losing patience. The internet is abuzz with speculation, and many are calling her actions a perfect example of Hollywood royalty syndrome. The more these stories spread, the harder it will be to rebuild trust, both with the public and with Hollywood. Meghan's dream of creating a media empire may be slipping further away, and if this continues, it could lead to a complete collapse of everything they've worked for. So where do Harry and Meghan go from here? Netflix is rethinking their multi-million-dollar deal. Hollywood is pulling away, and the public perception of Meghan is shifting. With all the internal turmoil and the constant media coverage, it seems like their brand is on the edge of a major collapse. Will they be able to pivot and fix their image? Or is this the beginning of the end for the Sussex's grand media experiment? Only time will tell. But if things keep spiraling like this, their media empire might just crumble before it even fully takes off. What do you think? Will Meghan and Harry manage to turn things around, or are they headed for a massive fall from grace? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more updates on this ongoing drama. See you next time.